Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Ladies and gentlemen, this is JoeJin Movie So Awesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Won-Jin.
Today we are going to talk about The Fall Guy, starring Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
Spoilers, full spoilers ahead for the whole movie. Big shout out to Scott Walker. Big shout out to ZZ. Big shout out to Zach Milner Does Movies. I remember you. For giving us a cheer. We are continuing with our channel. Sorry for the 15-minute delay. I arrived a little late. Here we go. So, Won-Jin. I really liked the first 15 minutes of this movie. I really did. I love Ryan Gosling. I love this chemistry with Emily Blunt. But I gotta say, by the 30-minute mark, what's up, ZZ? I wish it was rated R. That's how I felt. I felt they kept playing with that great premise of a stuntman. But, oh, what movie? The Fall Guy, starring Ryan Gosling, our favorite heartthrob from Canada. I just felt like it tried to become PG too much. You know, because if they were going to be subversive and even postmodern, right? I'm sure you felt that way too, Won-Jin, when you were watching this movie.
Yeah.
I thought they should have gone... Me personally, ZZ, I thought they should have gone all the way. Because around the 45-minute mark, when they were like actually doing stunt, and if one of those goons fell to his death and his head popped, I thought that was going to be like a mic drop moment. But you know what? I'm going to shut the fuck up because I'm going to give my baton to Won-Jin. Because Won-Jin, I think, will give a more balanced view.
Yeah, because I think I kind of like the movie because... Yeah. Number one, I don't think I had too much of an expectation from this movie. Yeah. Because, you know, from the poster,
Joe, you're evil. Yeah.
It kind of gave me this feeling of like a romantic comedy. And I could tell that it's not as rated R as we hoped. Because probably it's also targeting women. And if it's too gory or too disturbing, then it's going to...
See... No,
it's going to throw a lot of people off.
I'm going to cut you off right there because that's what bothers me because I got to be honest. I hate to say this because you mentioned this director more than I do, but I feel like this movie owes a huge thanks to Quentin Tarantino. Because didn't we have a whole movie about stunt people on that, what's that movie called?
Death Proof.
Yeah, because I thought this, I mean, I don't know. I didn't go into the director's head or the studio's head here, but just me as an audience, I felt like I've also seen the stuntman genre before in Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Brad Pitt playing that character.
Oh yeah.
So I came in here sort of a little biased from that, I guess, because I feel like the stuntman getting props is okay. But we also saw that from a great director called Tarantino, where the stunt was not a gimmick; it was part of the story, and it still got that message across of stuntmen needing respect. You know what I mean? But here, I felt like, oh, does the also got the romantic comedy vibe? Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm gonna say this one. I know what you're saying, but I felt like the tone was all over the place. It tried to be this romantic comedy and 007 parody at the same time. But okay, here's the thing. I did love it when that piece of shit actor turns out to be a Bond villain. I did like those meta jokes. And I thought that, because that actor is fantastic. He was in...
Aaron Taylor-Johnson.
Yeah. Because he this role was perfect for him. He plays such an arrogant fat fucker asshole so well. But I felt like there were just too much tone shifts that It was funny, yeah, but I didn't think it blended like perfectly, like as in Tarantino's movies. And I'm sorry to mention Tarantino because like some of our subscribers, please tell me if I'm wrong, because I felt like Tarantino was the first director to give that stuntman that prop, like from that Kurt Russell movie to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It just kept building up for him too.
Yeah. That's true, because Death Proof first kind of, it was like a strange movie that deviates away from like the normal hero movies where like the protagonist is like a superstar. But in this case, Death Proof was already sort of meta in the fact that it's based on it's like a movie that stars stunt women and stunt man.
And I want to add to that because Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I feel like is a masterpiece because there is a running joke where DiCaprio is completely incompetent, actually. Like, but it's actually Brad Pitt's stuntman, the double that gets shit done. Yet he so readily gives the praise to DiCaprio, and there's that comedy there. And here, I guess they took it more because now, like, the stuntman is directly challenging the dumbass movie star.
Yeah, and not only dumbass, but like completely narcissistic. And I like the fact that in Tarantino's Death Proof that the lead actor, one of the lead actresses was an actual stunt double for Uma Thurman. Because Zoe Bell, she's an actual stunt woman. And what I like about this movie is it goes beyond that. This movie is basically about a stunt double being in trouble with a superstar, and his stunts are also done by a stunt double.
Right. Hey, can I say something, Won-Jin?
Yeah.
I wish this movie was called Metal Storm. And then, like, listen, let me finish. Like, you're going to like it. I wish the trailer was called Metal Storm, and then we go to the theater, it's called The Fall Guy. And then it turns out, like, 40 minutes into, like, filming, like, Metal Storm, like, this shit happened. I would have loved that premise, actually.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, because I wish the movie was opposite, because when Jason Momoa was there, I just felt like the first draft, like, this is just my, like, fiction writing, okay? I just felt like the scriptwriter probably wrote something like more hardcore, and then the studio's like, nah, we can have Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, so this has to sell tickets. So they kind of watered it down. Yeah. Because Zezi's gonna call me an evil guy, but I just wish there was just more mayhem and out of control stuff. Like, that's how I felt. Because like, it would have been funny. No, but here's the thing though. I did love the producer. Like,
Gail.
Yeah.
No, she was just coming into my mind because I was thinking I would have loved the movie even more if Gail pulled out some like submachine gun shit.
Oh yeah.
Towards the end.
See, you are like, actually in agreement with me.
Go full blown crazy towards the end instead of just being like a pathological liar with a pistol.
No, what you see? We're corrupted by the boys. I wish there was this one scene. Where Gail, there's this like. Around the 1 hour 20 minute mark, we go to this dark room, and Gail is sitting there like Basic Instincts, and like that actor pretends to be strong, but Gail's like, "Come here, boy," and then like he starts licking her boots, and then it turns out like she's the villain behind the villain. Like, see, so here's the thing: up to 1 hour mark, I can live with it, but I felt like they couldn't decide to go crazy either way, so they went the PG route and made that happy ending. Yeah, wasn't it enough mayhem, especially when people die, lots of them. What's up, Scott Walker?
How are you doing today? It's very cold over here in Melbourne. First day of winter. Today's
Walker.
The first day of summer here, and it's cool.
Yeah, we saw your reply. Let's talk about this in our Let's Talk session right after this. We saw all your reply. We can talk about all of them in our Let's Talk session. But this is our review of The Fall Guy. So just be patient, my brother. But anyway,
I also like what they did with the title, The Fall Guy. So The Fall Guy is like literally the fall guy, like the stuntman who does the falls. But then later on in the movie, we know that he's supposed to take the fall for the murder, which is like a double play on the title.
I actually found that uncomfortable because the end credits showed the actual stunt guy with the Ryan Gosling, so I'm like, aren't you?
Because that's what I think is like even more meta. It's a movie about stuntmen being framed.
Okay.
And he's talking, I mean, he's giving us messages on, you know, all the sacrifices and pain and suffering these stuntmen go through. But the movie is actually filmed by another stunt double.
Yeah. So I found that uncomfortable. I'm just saying. Like, I'm like, huh. So I just... I mean, I guess it was okay. Because individual scenes were really great for me too, because I also love the scene where Emily Blunt like literally beats the shit out of him.
Yeah,
that was actually funny. And I just feel like, so the movie is 2 hours, but I hate to be.
Oh no, it's not even 2 hours. It was really short. It was like an hour and 40 minutes or something.
No, it was 2 hours, man.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Check it out right now. Like search it on your phone, because I felt like it was too long. I felt it was too long. I felt like
okay, it's 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Okay,
wow.
So you loved it then, because I felt I was a little bit bored in the middle.
I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it. I mean, it did have some cliche moments, but there were also scenes and things that were not so cliche.
Right.
For example, I love the action scenes, especially I love the surprise we get from the stuntman, because he's basically being framed into like this plot. But I wish they would have elaborated a little more on this, because we know that Gale is setting him up,
right?
But we're still not like completely clear of what happened. But later on in the movie, we kind of find out that Ryan Gosling was supposed to get drugged.
Thank you, Walker.
And he was supposed to fall unconscious from that drug. But then he has that psychedelic moment, and then he goes all Bruce Lee shit in that club. I love like the way that was shot. You know, like it was kind of, I don't know, the camera work and also the special effects of, you know, those bottles popping and everything. That was a good touch.
Right.
With the neon light and everything. So it was, I think the scenes were somewhat artistic in that sense. But
see,
overall, the overall story is a bit cliche.
Yeah, see, I would say this.
I can tell that they tried their best.
So, like the romantic comedy element, I wish it was gone. Like if it was like a straight like a murder mystery Fall Guy stuff, I would have preferred that actually. But I think because they were trying to rely on Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt's star power, they put that romantic comedy element in there. And I mean, I felt like sometimes less is more. Here, individually, the scenes were very smart and clever.
The funny thing is, this is like the polar opposite of Ryan Gosling's role from that movie Drive.
Yeah, that's
or
true.
Driver. What was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he barely has any dialogues in that movie. It's so serious.
No, I gotta say he was great though. I mean, listen, Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling, and their chemistry was also great. But I just felt like the tone shift for me was a little too much sometimes in the middle, especially because when you mentioned the getting high and the unicorn, that was all fun, and that's before the 1 hour mark, by the way. I just felt like I expected that to go even more crazier, except. So for me, the movie started off like rated R or PG-13, and it turns PG at the end. But see, that's why I love Tarantino, because he don't give a fuck. It's just like
it starts off like PG, and then it goes to R, and then it like goes to the border of X, and then it returns to R.
MA. It's just like. Did you think I was gonna give a fuck? And like I like so, but that's the difference though. Like I understand. I understand.
Oh, and I also like that dog, Jean-Claude. Jean-Claude was a good touch. The dog that bites people's balls.
So I want to say this. So this movie is like a bibimbap where the lettuce and the rice and the carrot and the gochujang and even the egg and the broiled beef. Individually, they're all grade A material. But if you ask me, were they mixed well? nah. You know, because I would rather have that steak separately, or that carrot separately. So I just felt like there were just too much like tone overload. Because I mean, I also love the Australian thugs. I wish they played on more on the Australian bodyguards and did like more 007 shit. And because like my favorite scene was when Gale pulled out that hand cannon,
that Magnum.
Yeah. So like for me, Zetzi's gonna call me evil again, but I wish they just went more demented, like Machete, the movie, the Machete, like just like crazy. You know, but I just felt like the Disney or PG ending didn't land for me completely. Like the happy ending was like, it didn't make sense to me. Because if you think about it, Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt can be still prosecuted for kidnapping, aggravated assault, like public disruption, because like these are serious crimes what they committed,
and millions of dollars in property damage.
Exactly. Dog was my favorite character in the movie. Yeah, the dog was great. Yeah, Joe. No, like so, like I just felt like if they're gonna go more demented, they should have gone.
And you know, Emily Blunt directing that Metal Storm movie, for some reason, it kind of reminded me of her role in The Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I think maybe this is also like a joke.
Yeah. No, cause like I wish they had more like those scenes though. Like it would have been more like, I guess. Correct me if I'm wrong, Won-Jin. Maybe if I'm being too much, like. It would have been meaningful if there was actually more like stunt on stunt scenes, and like sell that even more. Because I felt like, so the movie's message was, "Hey guys, we know you stunt guys have a hard time and have a great job, but here's a cookie now. Keep doing what you're doing." I felt like that was the movie's message. Like it didn't like hit me hard as I felt like enough. Oh, we were talking about the Fall Guy, Scott Walker, the movie.
I really love the amount of movie references they made throughout the movie. Yeah,
Tom
I
Cruise.
like those like quotes from like the Rocky Balboa, Rambo. You may be low out there, but here it's on me. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, so I don't have a problem with those things. It's just together, I felt like it didn't work perfectly. So, anyway, like Walker is on our tail. So let's. Do you have anything to add, Won-Jin? I'm sorry I babbled on.
Well. No, I would say that it's a good, entertaining movie. But, you know, it's not like a mind-blowing piece of movie. But I think it's a movie that you can watch with a light heart. And you will probably be entertained with it.
I think you took it too serious, Joe. Okay. So what was your number?
I would give this movie, let's see, I would give it a 6.5.
6.5?
I would give it a 6.5.
Hey, that's actually that's actually pretty similar to my grade.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it like I'm gonna give it a 6.5 too.
Okay.
Okay, you know what? I'll give it a 6.
It's a good movie.
Okay. Hey, Zenzi!
It's a good.
What's going on here?
It's a good movie, so it's a 6.5.
Oh,
am I gonna watch it anytime again soon? No. So that's a 6.5.
Yeah. So hey, I need to tell you your favorite scene and the less favorite. Okay.
My favorite scene, I would say, would be like the moment he gets high in the club and then he kicks everybody's ass.
Okay.
That was my favorite scene, because you can see that. I mean, throughout the movie, you can kind of feel like the overall range of what a stuntman can do. They're so adept at so many different skills. So that was also like a surprise that he was able to do that while he was high.
Right.
So that was my favorite scene. My least favorite would be. Let me see.
No, but hey, I want to say this before I forget, Won-Jin. Zetzi, to counter your argument, a better version of this movie I felt is The Spy, because
that's true.
Because if you want to be subversive and comedy, I felt like that movie is also 2 hours long, by the way. But the point I'm trying to make is, Zetzi, you might be right. I might be taking it too seriously, but for me, it has to be like endless. Like the comedy has to just hit you in the face like a baseball bat multiple times until it doesn't stop. Because that movie, You know, the funny thing about that movie is it also features 50 Cent near at the end in the helicopter. Right. Just like
when
Jason,
he's in Romania.
Yeah, exactly. Just like Jason Momoa is here. So I feel like it's like one of those, I would call this genre.
Oh, no, it wasn't Romania. I think it was Hungary.
Yeah. I would call this genre dumbass fucking fun, right? Like the spy or the stuntman premise doesn't matter. Here's a dumbass premise. Let's fucking run with it and go crazy with it. So that's what I'm trying to say. So my rated R thing was a solution to this because I felt like it had some this. Because Spy was, what the fuck?
Yo,
stop! Stop!
I mean, I gotta say that's kind of unfair because I would consider Spy to be like a
think so?
Like a 9 movie, at least an 8.5. That's like a 9.
No, but what I'm trying to say, I'm not disagreeing with you.
But yeah, that's true. I like a better version of this would be like Spy.
So I'm saying this genre is it shouldn't be called Stuntman or Spy. It should be called a flip of the premise, right? Because there we assume spies are like 007, but we're gonna get.
Yeah, so it starts with Jude Law playing Bond. Yeah.
I know, but she's starring from the start, so it's like let's have an obese woman that's conventionally unattractive, and let's run with it. Here's the same thing. Here's a movie star, but here's a stuntman. Let's look at his perspective and then run with it. And then I just felt like they didn't overplay it enough. Because we got to remember, the Spy, they overplayed to death because even near the end, like the bad guys are laughing at her. Like, what the fuck?
That's the ugliest fucking necklace I've ever seen.
And then it's funny because when she goes batshit crazy, the bad guys lose their shit. What the fuck is this? Like, why is this middle-aged woman fucking my plan up? Like the total confusion here.
Yeah, and the confusion only like snowballs further because of people like Jason Statham and what's his name, Aldo. It had also these brilliant side characters.
No, hey, see, Zenzi, no, Spy is a romantic comedy because she tries to win over Jude Law's heart all the way, and then it's even a better one because she realizes that she doesn't need this pretty boy, you know. But here, they had to make Ryan Gosling fall in love with Emily Blunt. So, like, I'm just saying, like, the genre of Spy and Stuntman is this is like a flip of our expectation genre. So I just felt like the Fall Guy didn't go crazy enough. Because the Spy, you gotta remember, the Spy has her vomiting on the killer she just killed. And then,
because it's the first time she's ever killed someone.
Yeah, and then it's filmed live. I mean, so I'm just saying this one, it could have been more subversive like that. Because that's one of the reasons why we love boys, right? I think that's I think you'll agree, Won-Jin. One of the reasons why we find the boy violence so acceptable is because the violence is not there for violence sake. It has the inherent subversion message with it.
Basically, it's just there to show us how fucked up this is.
Yeah, the subversion of it. Like the Ant-Man guy, like, help me, and then like Homelander like casually stomps on him. So I feel like this could have been even more. Yeah, Armada, like they don't. Yeah, I mean, Zizi, I agree with you. I'm not having a problem with it. I'm just saying, for my personal taste, I felt like instead of going to like everybody happy ending, they should have just gone crazy. Because I felt like the first half of the movie did so much subversion. I mean, Won-Jin, defend me here. When they show me a dead body in an ice bucket with a fucking
That was a good. I mean, that had a lot of potential from there.
So see, hey, Won-Jin, so I'm not crazy here. Like, if you show me a dead body naked in an ice tub with a whatever mark that was, I felt like that was like an invitation to bring more violence into the movie.
And I was kind of hoping that Gale would be like you said, like a mastermind, like the evil behind the evil, and she's like in this secret like control room with these like dudes as big as like Dave Bautista. Yeah. And she's scary as shit.
No, like Won-Jin, I agree with you. Because not just the basic instinct, like lick my boots thing. Like in the helicopter, I wish she pushed one of the goons off. They're too heavy. And then like, because listen, by the time these stunt people decides to commit criminal acts, they can all be arrested by Sydney police, by the way. The moment they lay their hands on them, that's like disturbing the peace. Not just that, but every one of them can get 3 to 5 years. I'm just saying, like, I felt like she should have just pushed one of the goons out and like tell like that actor guy, "You're my bitch," and then just like go more crazy. That's all.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
or in another great example of like a crazy producer could be someone like Les Grossman from Tropic Thunder. A character like that.
Yeah.
Go crazy. But anyways, overall, it is still an enjoyable movie. So I give it a 6.5. And I can't really think of like the least favorite scene. Because I don't think there was anything like that was too that I like hated too much.
Zedzi gives it a 7. Okay. No, that's acceptable actually. I think like I think we're all in agreement here where this is not really an 8 movie. It's like a 6 or 7 movie. I almost wanted to give it 5, but talking with you, Won-Jin, I do like recognize its good points.
Let's see what Rotten Tomato is.
So I give it a 6, so you give it a 6.5. So JoeJinMovieSoAwesome gives this a 6.25, which means this is like a weekend movie.
Yeah.
Where if you need time to kill, watch this movie.
Oh, Rotten Tomato gives it like an 81%. Not bad.
I don't think it's an 81%, to be honest.
Audience score 87. A lot of people enjoyed it, but I understand why people would like it. It's like we said, it's an entertaining movie.
Yeah, this is a good Sunday movie. Exactly. Yeah, no, but listen, I have nothing against it because I loved Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt's chemistry and their individual acting. But remember what I said, guys. Just because I ordered a spaghetti and they bring in the best tomatoes, the best pasta, della casa, and they bring the best meat, and then you mix it together. If you ask me if they mix well, no. Sometimes a simple potato and steak will do. You don't need to bring in all these mayonnaise and ketchup. I don't care if they were like made by the best chef. I felt like this was a too much mix. Too much. And then I mean, I know Zezzy, you said I was being too serious, but I'm just trying to say this could have been better. That's all.
Let me put it this way. What is it? It was like eating tofu with salt. Okay.
Okay. But anyway, guys,
that's our take on The Fall Guy. On
our Fall Guy starring Ryan Gosling. If you guys don't watch it in theaters, wait for the DVD release. That's what I'll say.
It's already on streaming.
Is it?
It is.
You're telling me I wasted $20 on watching this in the theater? What? Like,
it's already streaming.
Is it?
What are you talking about?
You sent me the theater link. I thought this was a theater drop. Yeah. You told me it was playing in theaters.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
But at least I'm pretty sure you got a better experience than me.
What do you mean a better experience? I could have just downloaded this.
It was a cinematic experience.
Okay. Anyway, guys. Hey, Scott Walker, now we're going to do our Let's Talk session. Hey, thank you, Zenzi and Scott Walker, for always taking part in our chat, guys. Don't think we don't appreciate it. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Zach Miller Does Movie, Jasmine, Kayla Marie, all our 37 subscribers. We're going to take a short break and be right back with our Let's Talk session to talk about everything Scott Walker put on our reply. Thank you so much, man. This has been JoeJin Movie So Awesome. I was Joe.
I was Won-Jin.
We'll see you in a bit. Bye.
He saw all the bad effects. That's why he didn't like it.
Motherfucker, turn off the camera. Well, you mean to tell me this was available? Fucking turn off the camera, bitch. I had to spend $20 on this movie.
You went to the theaters for this?
It was not worth $20, motherfucker. I did not know this was available on my sofa. This is like a sofa cushion movie. This is not a fucking
It's worse than the theater.
No.